Right, I want to read you guys another fun fact of Canadian Food Inspection Agency. What is a human and ethical cost? And the human cost has been unbearable. We've watched farmers, good hardworking people, lose everything overnight, which we are fighting for us to be able to save everything we've worked on for 35 years. We've seen animals treated without dignity, care, suffering under methods that defy basic decency. In just the past few weeks, farms in BC were struck again by CFIA. On October 14th, a farm in Abbotsford lost 65,000 laying hens killed under the CFIA directive with the CO2 gas. A method animal welfare advocates have called horrific and prolonged death. CFIA's own procurement records show that in November 2024 alone, the agency spent almost $3 million purchasing CO2 gas from a Calgary supplier, fueling the ongoing stamping out operations across our country. Stamping out does not work. Some farms in the Fraser Valley have endured this process 4 times or more, proof that destruction and fear do not prevent the disease or viruses. They only perpetuate trauma and eliminate natural immunity, which we so desperately need to protect. Worse, CFIA's public statements are manipulative. They are carefully chosen language to obscure the truth, omit our critical facts, and avoid transparency. Meanwhile, the agency continues to fund organizations that should be independent, paying out grants to groups like BC Poultry Association and the Canadian Veterinary Medical Association, raising serious questions about conflict of interest and bias. These are all very important facts for us to start understanding the increasing and emerging power, the human and ethical cost. And I want to keep reading these facts to you guys because this is what's happening across our country. This is what we're seeing in the display of this Blue Mile punishment fence. The millions of dollars that they're spending to protect animals that they want to kill here. You answer me. Why would you spend so much money to protect animals that you want to kill? What is happening behind this blue fence? We know what is happening behind this blue fence. There's our babies. There they are. And we're going to stop it. They are acting in breach of our court order, our state order. They were supposed to maintain custody. Maintain custody. Everybody search that up. Start littering the Facebook pages with what maintain custody means. Hello. Good morning, Bear. Good morning, Big Bear. Hi. Good morning. So maintain custody doesn't look like manipulating all the animals out of their pens, moving the animals out of their injured pen, putting them in with the general population so that they can get more injured and if not lead to death. Maintain custody doesn't mean push them all back into a kill pen to prepare for imminent death, because they are so cocky and so arrogant that they're assuming the answer of the Supreme Court of Canada. That is not maintain custody. So again, please go and search up maintain custody. Where are the ostriches? This is a fantastic question, and we're going to hold them legally responsible for that question. Where are the ostriches, and where the hell are our numbers? The numbers we want to count on our animals, and we're going to get to some answers here. We are fighting every day. I just want you guys all to know that. In the house, on the computer, all day, on the phone, all day. And yeah, throwing hay at them right in their face. I mean, you tell me what kind of heart you have and your compassion and how ethical that looks when you're throwing the hay right at their head. The alfalfa off the hay is going flying in the air, so they can't even go and pick that up, and they're dropping stems on the ground. We're going to keep fighting, you guys, but I'm going to keep giving you some of these facts at Canadian Food Inspection Agency because I think we need to desperately know the numbers. We need to desperately understand what this agency is about, desperately know what we're fighting for here, and stay on target. We need to stay focused, and we need to stay united, and we need to create change. This agency, it has eroded, the trust between Canadians and this agency is completely eroded. It has to start over. We need a new agency, new vision, new face, new values, new code of conduct, new mandates, and new protection for the Canadian egg industry in a whole, not just sections of it. We all deserve to be protected the same. Right, baby girl? Who's pretty birds? Pretty birds? Who's a pretty birds? Yeah, you're a pretty girl. We're going to be back in there. Don't worry. We really are. We are going to be back in there. I have faith. So just going to keep sending you some good old fun facts of the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, and just reading them from all of our notes we're making, and maybe we'll all see exactly how damaging this agency has been for decades to Canadian farmers, to the threat of your future for your families, and what does that look like for Big Pharma? Who are they really protecting? They're not protecting you. They're not protecting me. They're not protecting these guys out here who are suffering under their care. They are protecting money. They're protecting a narrative, the 2030 agenda. They're protecting everything but us. And that's what we have to expose. So, have you asked people to leave the farm this week? Absolutely not. Wherever you're hearing that, untrue. We need everybody, anybody who wants to come and you want to push it through some of the cold weather. We are inviting you always. 301 Langell Road, Edgewood, British Columbia. We have a big tent with great food and meals and coffee on all the time, but we're definitely not asking people to leave. The people staying here have been so committed and delightful. The hugs and the love and the support of these people mean everything to the family and to these animals, because these animals, believe it or not, feed off your energy. They love the energy, and we wouldn't be here without you guys. So no, we are not. Yes, boots on the ground, boots on the internet, energy on the internet, prayers on the internet, wherever, whatever you can do. I think we should pick a date. I think everybody should go. We pick a date maybe from about a week from now, and everybody plans one big rally day. So whatever town, whatever city you're in, everybody goes out. You haul your kids out, make some beautiful signs to protect the animals and protect our future, and let's do something together that's going to be powerful. This is not the time where we need less movement. Limbo sucks. I will have to talk about that for a second. Limbo is hard. Limbo is the hardest time when you don't know if the Supreme Court of Canada is going to hear our case, when we are waiting for that interim state order. When there's limbo, it is the hardest. It's like being in the trenches, and you know that the enemy is coming, but you don't really know when. You don't really know how, and you just continue to sit there and wait and strategize. But then you get anxiety and panic, and you're uncertain, and that's when this really happens. That's what happens is limbo. Limbo is the worst, and I'd much rather know exactly what I'm fighting. But then this also teaches you patience, because patience is a virtue, and in this, even in the limbo, when it hurts the most and you just don't know what's going to happen and you're watching these animals suffer, we do have time to build up our case and to fight them on different levels. So we are fighting for that every minute of every day, and I just want you to know that we're not going to give up. So we're in this to win it, and we're going to take this to the end. It's been almost 11 months, and we're not stopping now. So we love you guys very much. Thank you. Have no place. Yes, troublemakers have no place here. This is what I mean. Division doesn't get us anywhere. Common goal. Do these ostriches deserve to die? Should this agency be able to take the life of innocent animals? No. And that's it. That's all we're fighting for, is that should all these animals needlessly die without testing, remember that they can kill everything you own based off suspicion. So that's suspicion too. Even if your neighbor has some sort of outbreak in their chickens and you have pets, they can knock at your door, and your dogs and your cats, everything can be killed because they're suspicious that your dog maybe walked over to the chicken coop next door. You have to understand how big this is. Again, so I love you. We're going to just keep adding some fun facts to the Canadian Food Inspection Agency that we've been making notes on. And thank you for hanging in there with us. And there's Darren. There's one of the many amazing supporters that are boots on the ground. and there might be other ones on here that I have missed.